Good morning, Joyce and Christian. Terry Dyer here. How are you guys doing this morning? Hey, really quick, what you're looking at here is a pricing engine that we use on for our lenders because, well, we work with so many different lenders. I don't know if I did tell you this yesterday, Joyce, that we're a broker, so we work with a bunch of different lenders, and here's some of those: New Res, Home Point, Quicken, Lakeview, NewFi, Quicken again. And the reason you keep Quicken on here a couple times is because Loan Prospector and Desktop Underwriter, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, they have different programs, and so you'll see these programs priced a little bit differently. Same lender, a little bit different program. Conventional fixed Loan Prospector right there with Quicken, and then I thought I saw something conventional fixed Loan Prospector down here with Quicken. So Quicken will price these loans like here. You go over here and it's at 4%, and then you come down here and they have it priced at 3.99. Just some people, clients, they're like, oh, I want to be under 4%. You're under 4% there, right? So that's one of the things they do. Kind of silly, but anyway, in terms of how that works is yesterday when we spoke, I got your property value, said it was about 608 or something. I put 610 in here just for an easy number. And I put in 390 for the cash out, and we can change these numbers a little bit. The important number here is that your combined loan or your loan to value, you're cashing out up to 65% of the value of your property. If you go over that 65% cash out, then the pricing will change. Okay? So what happens is I put the 800 credit score in here. I put conforming, single family detached. It doesn't matter if it's condo, whatever. Duplex or fourplex or triplex, that makes a difference. Then you come over here for cash out refi, put in 90K. Could be 75, doesn't make a difference, 60, whatever. And then our approved investors. And when I say approved investors, I mean I could check the rates of all of these guys, but there's so little point because so many of them are just not even competitive. And that's why, you look at Quicken or Loan Depot, Loan Depot is right there, which you see on television. So some of the bigger banks are United Wholesale Mortgage. They tend to be the more competitive. Anyway, so let's go over here. Now, New Res is some of these lenders, they have good pricing, but they suck when trying to do business with them. So let's just take a look at where we're at on here. This is the name that we're familiar with, so let's just stick with Quicken or whatever, and we'll go over here and look at the pricing. So our lenders are going to pay us. How Hanson Loans gets paid is we get 1.375% of the volume of dollars that we loan. Okay? So for every dollar that we loan, we get 1.1 and 1.3 cents, almost 1.5 cents. And over here for Quicken, it says 1.422 because on these other loans, on these other pricing, they allow us to add a third-party processing fee. And so that would be 1.75, and then $9.95 goes to the processor, which is usually paid for out of these fees, actually, coincidentally. So here it's just the way they price it. So it's a little bit different right here, but the end result is we still get 1.375. And the difference, I think it's like 56.25. I have no idea why there's $300 in there. It's kind of weird. What is that? 53, 200 and $250 or something strange. But who knows? 1.25. So they're all about that. And so let's go over here. What I was going to do before I got distracted was, so here's the pricing, back to Quicken Loans, right? This is 30-day pricing. Now, if somebody wanted to do 45-day pricing, we could do that, but these rebates will be a little bit less because we're got to lock in that money for 45 days, not 30 days. So we've asked the lender to reserve that money for us. The longer we ask them to reserve that money for us, the longer period there is before we use it. Therefore, there's a lot of room for instability in the economy and so forth. Anyway, costs money to get that locked. The longer the lock, the more it costs. Sorry, I had an emergency email I had open. And I forgot I was recording this. Anyway, so let's go over here to 4%, and then you see you're getting $28.50 back. Now that's a credit to you. So as I said, your closing cost is going to be about $4,000, right? So $28.50 would pay most of those. $36.50 would pay most of those. And this is the interesting thing about pricing. See, right in here is kind of the sweet spot. When you go up to 4.25 or 4 3/8, I mean 4 3/8, they're giving you a lot of money to pay your closing costs, a lot more than you need. So that would be no cost whatsoever. This would be close to no cost whatsoever. 4 1/8 would be like $500. So cost. So right in here, you're like 4 1/8, you're like next to no cost right there. The lender's giving you $36.50. Okay, so that's how that works. And then what I'll do over here is open up a new loan for you guys. So we'll see what the numbers look like. Okay, let's just go down here and go 4.125 because you don't want to pay any cost or have anything added to your loan amount and don't want to write a check for anything. Whatever. 360, 360. Appraised value, let's go 610. Let's add some zeros. Sales price, there's no sales price. There's no down payment. Loan amount is going to be 390. And that's 4.125. So here's your principal and interest right there is 1890 on that. And if you went 4%, it's 1861. So at 4%, it's 1861, and at 4 1/8, it's 1890. So what is that? $29 a month. They give you it's probably just stick with the lower rate because there isn't enough incentive to get married to a higher rate. But here's the thing, you guys, as I kind of ramble. You're doing this loan today as cash out. Okay? In 5 months, when rates are lower, and it looks like they're going to be lower, we're going to redo the loan as no cash out. So imagine if we were doing this loan today as no cash out. As cash out, it would be 4 1/8. As no cash out today, your rate would be, and we're waiting. So at 4%, no cash out. Let's go back to Quicken so it's apples to apples, right? Yeah, so they're just, honestly, the difference isn't really huge, is it? 3.875, so you'd be about 4% and 3.875. So today you're at 4%. Gosh, the difference is negligible, really, when you start doing cash out, non-cash out under 65%. The hit for the cash out. So let's go back to doing cash out. So no cash out at 4% is $5,500 on the top lender. New res, $5,500 back. And for cash out, it goes to $3,000. So they're giving you $2,100 more in rebate if you don't do cash out, or in other words, they're charging you $2,100. And I'll show you how that works out right here. So you go to cash out 6075. Yeah, there it is. Almost half a point, 5/8 of a point. If you go over that 75%, then it gets a lot more expensive. So it also depends on your credit score. If your credit score down here was like a 680, for instance, let's see what that does. It goes from a 3077 rebate to a drum roll. Let's see what it is. Just out of curiosity. It goes to $152. So that's a big hit, you guys. Wow, $2,800 in rebate, just as a consequence of having a reasonably good score. I mean, a 680 is a decent score, right? But it's going to cost the borrower almost $2,800. To me, you know what I call that? I call that a tax. A tax on a person that has good credit. It's just unfortunate. I don't think it's fair, but in case you can call me for my personal views on lending. So those are called loan level pricing adjustments, LLPAs, within Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So remember, these rates are not my rates, they're not new res rates. Well, they are, but they emanate really from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. They price this money. And then these guys, all these lenders, go and mark it up so they can make as much as they possibly can get away with, right? So if you wanted to buy the loan down, you can. You just have to pay a lot of money. So that would be plus closing cost. So that's it, guys. Cash out 4%, next to no cost, 30-year fixed payment is going to be $1,861. Okay? That's the deal. I'm standing by. Hopefully this is helpful. And we'll end right here. And there's the numbers. Right? New res. They're all so close. I would go See, New Reds, I'm just not sure how good they are. That's the thing. And Quicken I don't really like that much, but at least they get the loan done. So we'll check it out. I mean, there isn't a big difference here, 150 bucks in credit. So, and I get paid the same. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a moot point. I'm just trying to find the best place to get your loan done. With the since the rebate's all the same, which one is going to do it for us with the least amount of headache, right? All right. Talk to you guys later. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.